That's my concern. I'm saying
It's not important. If he can read or write, who cares, bro? Majority of the jury knows he's lying about that already.
part of it's cumulative because he was shown that same exact picture for the same date of Mr. McMullen or Nard. The other part, I just don't know why it's important to this trial at this time. I'm just trying to ask what the relevance is of this.
I'm not listening to it in real time, but I'm going off of my notes in the transcript. Like, if we're showing a silent aspect of a video to show that Mr. Zachary knows how to, I guess, read and write, he's also asking how to spell doo-wop in the transcript, at least. So, and I believe that he's also asked for help in spelling the other things. So I don't know if that's going to give the jury an accurate portrayal of his mastery of, reading and writing.
I don't even know if that's what it's being offered for. I haven't gotten a clear answer on that.
I mean, I didn't know. I was trying to understand what objection I was responding
Relevance and cumulative.
Okay, so I haven't shown any pictures, any of this, specific pictures, and what are you doing as you look at the pictures? And
What is he doing?
signing them
He's signing his name.
and writing their names.
And are we going to be able to see from the video that he is writing their names? Because
Yes.
he may or may not answer what he's actually doing.
Yes, and Your Honor, I do have to, of course, the court knows I went through a very long process because I'm going to have to now.
All right. Well, you realize that there are plenty of people who can probably sign their names but not read and write, so that won't establish anything. And that if we don't hear the sound, it could very well be him writing the word D after somebody there says the way you spell it is D-U-W-A-P. So
That actually does happen.
I mean,
but
it's up to you, I guess,
And
if
then-
you think that establishes anything. But so the purpose of it then would be to show that he can read and write.
that was one of them, Judge.
Okay. What other purpose?
To ask him the question of whether or not the if gang rivalry with YSL began because of Woody.
I don't remember. I told you my head hurt so bad.
Okay.
All right. So you have the ability and had the ability over lunch to have your pain medication
I'm
with you
allergic
and
to
to take.
Tylenol. Allergic to a lot of medicine. Y'all would have got all these records like y'all
And
should
we
do.
talked about you being able to get your prescription medication.
I ain't complaining. I'm still up here.
So the judge is getting annoyed with the witness now over medication for his headache.
That the rivalry between if gang and YSL began roughly a month before Nutt's death.
I don't remember.
Do you remember when Thug's lawyer asked you about the post? They shoot at us. We don't tell. We shoot at them. They call the police.
I remember he telling me about that.
Okay. We're beefing about Trivia. Was that from your prelim or from Copeland?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to these subject matters. All this is beyond the scope of cross-examination.
Your Honor, I'm sorry.
She does this every time on redirect. She goes way past the scope.
It's to confront him with things and to get clarification based on what he said in cross as to where this information came from.
Literally no one has argued that he lied about everything. And he has not testified that he lied about everything. I specifically brought his attention to certain things that he acknowledged he lied about. And now we are talking about things way outside the scope of that, and we're just redoing this whole thing again, and it's 403 and it's outside the scope of
Let's
cross.
narrow your questions to things that were asked about on cross, please.
All right, Doug Weinstein up for recross.
On redirect, Ms. Love asked you a lot of questions about the sources of your lies, okay? The lies you told back in 2015 and 2017. So let's get into that a little bit, okay? That play you testified to that you got from Garlington, that was about the murder of Peanut, Donovan Thomas, right?
That's what, yeah.
Okay. That play was something cooked up between Garlington and Woody, correct?
Objection, Your Honor, as to vagueness.
Overruled.
Sorry, I didn't hear your answer.
Yes.
Yes, the play was cooked up between Garlington and Woody?
Woody put Garlington in it. It was on Woody head.
Something Woody had. Woody came up with that play in order to take attention away from him.
Objection, Your Honor, calls for speculation.
Sustained.
You don't have to answer that question. But that was a scheme between them to come up with a story that you would use, correct? They planted that story with
Objection,
you.
Your Honor, asked and answered.
Sustained.
The story that they came up with, that they told you, that Garlington relayed to you, was about Shannon and Yak and Doo-Wop and Nard being involved in Nutt's murder. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear
I
that.
don't remember all the detail, but it had something to do with it.
Had something to do with that, with the murder of
Yeah.
Peanut, with the murder of Donovan Thomas. And that story was intended to cover up Woody's involvement in that murder.
Objection, calls for speculation.
Sustained.
Miss Love objecting to everything here.
So the story you got from Garlington, that's the story that you ended up relaying to law enforcement, to Gaither and Dennis in 2015.
Objection, asked and answered.
Sustained.
You've been asked repeatedly by the attorney for the state, by Miss Love, how various lies that you told benefited you. You remember her asking you that just now?
Yes.
You're sitting over here right now instead of over there. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you think that that's a benefit to
Your
you?
Honor, objection.
Do you view that as a
Hang
benefit?
on.
Okay,
Hang
I'm
on.
asking him if he
I
views
know,
that as
and
a
there's an
benefit.
objection on the floor which I haven't been able to hear yet. So wait and let me hear
My
it. in a
apologies,
little
Your Honor.
bit.
So objection as to misrepresentation, vagueness, when the question is, do you think it's a benefit to you that you're over there and not here? As it relates to the interview in 2015 and 2017, I would ask for clarification about what it is that he was getting a benefit from.
Overruled.
Do you view it as a benefit to you that those lies that you told in 2015 and 2017 put you in that witness stand instead of over there as a defendant?
Objection, relevance.
Overruled.
I ain't benefit off none of it.
You benefit off any of it? You'd rather be over there?
Objection, Your Honor,
difference.
improper.
Sustained.
Are you a defendant in this case?
Objection, relevance.
It's directly relevant to his motivations. Are you a defendant in this case?
No.
It's directly relevant. Weinstein shitting on her, bro.
From your vantage point, did Mr. Copeland or Woody Did Jeffrey go to him in any way, or was Mr. Copeland trying to hang out with Jeffrey?
Objection, relevance beyond the scope of redirect.
It was on redirect.
Overruled.
Yeah, Copeland used to come around now.
That's it for Quindary Zachary. All right, this guy's up talking about phone records. I don't think he gets into specifics, though. It's like about how they work. This is Woody's phone records from 2014.
That's kind of how that works. There's switches all throughout the United States, and then for every switch, there's several, could be 100 or more towers that are associated, probably more than 100 with each specific.
And was this a prepaid or postpaid account?
It was postpaid.
So they're just getting these phone records into evidence with this witness. Pretty tedious. That's it for day 137. No court tomorrow because of the hurricane, and apparently Friday is questionable. Hit subscribe, join channel membership. Love you guys. Peace out.